ẹni ní sí láti ṣe ìbò lábẹ́wò
It's the phone.
àìlọ́ọ̀lá ni o ní káàdì ẹ̀rí bó ṣe rí ẹ̀rí ẹ̀sìn. bí gbogbo ọba jẹ́ ìrẹsì ọ̀nà nígbà ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àwọn ọ̀nà ayélujára ìrẹsì ọ̀nà ṣùgbọ́n ákíọ́nì ìrẹsì ara jẹ́.
Flip yẹn kọ́.
nígbà tí sà
Ó máa change the phone camera.
mo ní ẹ̀dẹ̀
Let me check.
torí ẹ̀ka wà fẹ́ẹ́ nípa àtìkà kó lọ sí àwọn mo ní ẹwà ẹ lọ bá ń gba fóònù wa lọ bọ́dà mi.
This one is
ìléwé ẹ̀rí dáàbò
This is
ìléwé ẹ̀rí dáàbò.
ẹ tó báyìí pé nínú náà ni kó wà ń bẹ̀.
tẹ ẹ bá rí dáàbò yìí àti wọn bákan náà ẹ lọ gbé ókè ẹ sọ pé àfikún lè ṣiṣẹ́ ní ìrọ̀lẹ́
Ẹ gbé báyìí nù.
ní ìrọ̀lẹ́ ṣiṣẹ́ àbí wà á tó lọ́wọ́ lọ́wọ́ náà ní àtìgbà fún ìwọ́n ẹ̀gẹ́ tí wọ́n bá lọ́wọ́ lọ́wọ́ wọ́n ní àǹtí iṣẹ́ ìlọrin ìlọ ẹ̀rọ bínú ìgbà ọ̀dọ́ àgbà ìlọ ẹ̀rọ bínú bẹ́ẹ̀ náà sọ̀rọ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ ìwà ṣùgbọ́n ìlọrin ìṣòro ṣùgbọ́n ẹ̀sìn yẹn oríṣiríṣi ẹ̀rú kí wọ́n pàdé lọ́wọ́ lẹ́sẹ̀ yìí. Wọ́n ti pa ọ́ létí. Ayé ìfẹ́ yìí, ó bí wọn létí. Jésù máa ṣe ẹ̀yọ́. Ṣùgbọ́n kẹ́lẹ́kẹ́lẹ́ wọ́n bẹ̀rù mi. Wọ́n ṣe lè fi ọ̀rọ̀. Kí ni wọ́n ṣe? Wọ́n pè lálẹ́ wọ́n lọ bá wọn. Wọ́n ti gba fóònù ọwọ́ rẹ̀. Wọ́n wá sọ pé táwọn lọ ṣe ẹ̀rù wọn. Ọba yìí, ní bí ẹ̀rù ni ó ṣe kí ni o, ọba yìí. Ẹ gbádùn mi. Ìgbà tí wọ́n sọ gẹ́ẹ̀tì alọ́wọ́ abẹ́. Ẹjọ́, ìrísí ẹni tá a bá jẹ́ yóò di tábì bá a ṣe ṣe iṣẹ́ yìí lọ́wọ́ ìpínlẹ̀ wa lọ́wọ́. Àyẹ̀dìyẹ. So the very first emphasis is Paul, a servant of you. A servant of you. So whose servant are you? So if they slander Paul, will Paul look at their slandering? You will understand very well now. How many of you know GT Bank? All of us know GT Bank. You know Eco Bank. You know Zenith Bank. When they are doing advertisement, are you there? They are doing the advertisement and you see how they go from place to place. They will want to meet you without knowing you. Right? They will meet you without knowing you. Why? It's not because they like you. It's not because they like you. It's because they are a servant of somebody. Servant of the bank. And they will collect their payroll. So if somebody would have abused them in the morning, they will still do what? Wọ́n shake up. Tó bá shake up tán, wọ́n lọ bẹ́ẹ̀ lómi. At least 40 ìgbọ́dọ̀ pé pàdé. Wọ́n sọ fún pé target ẹ̀ ni pé 15 ìgbọ́dọ̀ register. Bí ó ṣe pé òkà wọn. So your response to them, your reaction to them does not matter. What matters is that I must bring what? 15 registered bank people. At least today. If you perceive yourself as such, if you see yourself as such, that it does not concern me what his response will be. It does not concern me what his reaction is. It does not even concern me how he treats me. My concern is that my Lord requested for a soul that must get to heaven, and I must give it. And I am a servant of the Lord. I only serve him because I serve God. My service to God comes first before my service to him. So whatever happens does not determine my service to him. Are we there? It looks simple, but how I pray that the Lord will imprint this to your heart. The offensiveness, the aggressiveness puts you on a point. And when we go to one-on-one evangelism, we are going like this. And we met Sister Temitope. At least she has her hair covered. We'll come and ask her, are you born again? She will say, probably she said, no, we'll preach to her, right? Now, we are not going. Imagine this, my brother has very good beard like me, but he's like times 3 of it. Are you there? And he wear one jalabia black, and not put a cap there. As we are going, he preach to him. What do you say? Why? Kilofa. They put themselves in a position, and it has determined your own position. And you don't perceive yourself as the servant of God that must obey God at any cost. Whatever cost it will be, you must do what? Obey. So you do what? Brother, you can't preach it for man. We don't want to do that. But you always tell one. I mean, one of them. But the one here, to in fact, over easy as a political sister, so I'm not teach one to one church, don't this borrow or no. Àwọn tí ò láyà ti bọ́rọ̀ lọ́run là wá fún. Get the thing also. People that have access to the gospel will give them the gospel. People who does not at all will neglect them. And you will now say that why would you know? Are we getting it? Are we understanding? Àwọn ọlọ́wọ́sì, àwọn tó wà mẹ́ at least a rí pé ẹnìkan pẹ́ ló borí àwọn bíi 9 náà borí àtọ́. Àwọn ẹnìdìdì ẹ káàárọ̀ I bring you the gospel of Lord Jesus Christ, right? You speak freely. At least if anything stop here, somebody will come and defend me. Now, one of our bosses be méje. Àbí ẹni gẹ̀tì èèyàn méjì orí ọ̀sán pé ní báyìí ó dá kí ẹ sí kí ni o kí yẹ wà kí ẹ kú. Adọ́dà fún ìgbà ìgbọ́dà. Kí ló fà yẹn sá? Self-protection. And you will realize that over and over, I've been mentioning self-confidence, self-respect, self-esteem, self-protection. The first hindrance to service to God is self. So the foundation of Muslim evangelism training is dead to self. Are we there? Are we together? At least who called you? God. They called you. They called you. So who do you fear? God. Are we understanding? Are you now seeing the reason why? What's your name, my sister? Sister, praise. The reason why you never preach your reason for the past 1 year. Have you preached your reason for God will help you. You see the response. God will. Okay, will you preach to somebody in your church before 2 weeks? Yes, right. But the other one, Godwin. The one that God wants to help you to do, you neglect. Are we getting it? The one that you can do yourself, you do what? You cling to. So where do you now need God's help? I don't know whether somebody is getting what I'm trying to say. Are we there? Paul, the servant of who? Sunday, the servant of who? Fulfillment, servant of who? Are we there? If this is what we stay on today and it sinks, by tomorrow we will take speed. Because there is no point in giving graphical illustrations and all of the analysis. We do that every conference. After the conference, we will still come back and ask how many people witnessed. We will still not see. So, what is the problem? Is your standing, your position, how you position your heart. You know, that was last week, Monday. I was in Lagos. A sister of mine, he suddenly died. Before the father died, she came around and she was like, this and this and this. I said, bring me as we want to pray, Father, in the name of Jesus. I told her, I felt the peace in my heart. I don't know whether it is for healing or that is in heaven. Deep down in my heart, I know that this Baba has gone to be with the Lord. But he's not yet dead. She looked at me like this. This one, you don't wish me well. But when I also just want to be empathetic, not just to say it straight that are we getting it? The second one, she just said that has gone to be with the Lord. Well, you will still be sympathetic, actually. Are we there? So I spoke with her. I called my brother. I said, please let me speak with her. I prayed with her. But there's a point I must emphasize. And I want to say that to say this. That now imagine you wear this clothes. When you get to the room, you will pop this clothes, right? Is the clothes you? She said no. I said, that's how it is. That is not the body. That has only left the body. What will be buried is the clothes that he wears. He has gone to be with his Lord. I say that to say this. You are more careful of the clothes you wear than who you are. And that is our problem. Do not fear the one who can do what? Kill the body, but cannot kill the spirit and the soul. But fear the one that does what? If that saveth his life, do what? We lose it. If that loses life, do what? We save it. I hope that everybody here are matured and I can be able to say some things here that we may not be able to say in the normal, normal church meetings. The moment you conquer death, you can dare anything. Are you getting it? And if you have not died, you can't conquer death. You can't. And the moment death has been conquered, you have life. Then you can say, whatsoever will be, let it be what? Let it be. The moment you say that, if I die, why is it the soul? Let me die. You will see that the soul will be saved. But you will say, if I now die, what about other souls? You will see that you will not even save other. Because are we here? What has kept the gospel in bondage and the carrier of the gospel? We are so comfortable. And what we build is empires. We neglect salvation of souls. We neglect growth. They are what? Aggressive, right? Fierce and aggressive. So the board has put us in a kind of position as well. And it has given you a mind. It is even easier to go and preach to an herbalist than to preach to a Muslim. Are we together? Are we together? It is easier to preach to the witch doctor in your what's it called than to preach to a normal Muslim. And what would be the response? Oh no, come and kill you and say. And because you don't learn, by the time they bombard your head with Bible that yourself did not read, you will be almost confused. But also they will make sense of. Sorry, we are a mission corporate, right? So I think we can be able to talk to ourselves. Torí ẹ̀ máa gbé ẹ̀dùn ọ̀kan sọ pé ọlọ́run kan náà là ń sìn, àbí? Ó ní kò sí mẹ́ta lọ́kan. Ọ̀kan ni ọlọ́run òbí wọn nìkan òbí, ó sì gbà àkọ́kọ́ náà kan là ń sìn. Ìyẹ̀tọ́ jẹ́ ìyẹn torí ẹ̀ bá pé á gbàgbé. Are you getting it? Tó bá jọ́rọ̀ kan là ń sìn, ó ti wá ṣọ́ọ̀ṣì mi kájọ mọ́ ọdọ́ sí. Kí wọ́n lọ mọ́sálásí rẹ̀ kọ́ lọ ọdọ́ sí. Ṣùgbọ́n náà kan là ń sìn. I'm just talking about the common grounds that we have. Common grounds. But please understand, what I'm driving at first is the issue of Paul. Move. The important thing we must know is the enemy posture of Islam. It is difficult, if ever possible, for any soul winner to love Muslims and win them. Because the love proclaimed in Islam is not real. But their kindness and generosity make it look like a camouflage. And why is this so? If you get converted from Islam to Christianity, they will collect your car, collect your wife, collect your children, do everything possible. If they give you the job, they collect the job. If they love genuine. So, if you know that someone you want to preach to will face that kind of opposition, the normal human law will tell you that not by the again. Hey, get me. Not go back. ìgbésí ayé rẹ̀ dáadáa àbí. But the life of Christ is let him suffer in the world so that he can be able to be joyful eternally. Are you getting me? So the first thing we must know is how do God think? You must pass evangelism. Are we still there? Yes. No. If we look at it very well, you will see that the only love we can have for sinners is the love of Christ in our hearts transferred to them. So your self-love must die. So the only love you must have is the love of Christ. Because that kind of love must not die. That kind of love is ever sufficient. That kind of love that it cannot be frustrated. So whatever the response of a Muslim can be, it does not determine what my response will be. Whether it is positive or negative, I always have a continual response of Christ to him. So the first love of Christ is the love you must have. Are we together? Are we together?
Yes, sir.
So now, I will now be going to the background of the Islamic world. So please pay attention. The background to the Islamic world. You remember Abraham? You gave back to who is that? Ishmael. And from there, like that. Islam came after the resurrection of Christ. But there are keywords you must know. The meaning of Islam itself is submission to the will of Allah. That is the meaning of Islam. Submission. Submission. It does not give you chance to reason. That is why Quran should not be translated. And it is believed that when you get to Algeria, the language there is Arab. So every Muslim should speak Arabic. Are you getting it? So it came from the original one which is Salam, S-A-L-L-A-M, which means peace. That is found in the book of Surah 3, 67 and 64. Now, a Muslim is somebody who submits to the will of Allah. So it means like being a slave of who? Of Allah. Are we there? Are we there? Those are keywords. What is Islam? Submission to the will of Allah. Who is a Muslim? Someone who submits to the will of Allah. By the time you understand this, you will now realize how hard and why is it hard to penetrate. Do you understand? So, Quran is the only book of the Muslims that is believed to have been sent by Allah to Muhammad, which contain the teaching of Islam. I said believe because it is not true. Islam believed that Quran was given by an angel to Muhammad. So the Bible is compromised. The scriptures, it has errors. Are you there? Are you there? Yes, sir. So the only book is Quran, which does not contain error because it is Allah Himself that wrote it. But actually, Quran was compiled after the death of Muhammad by his followers. So Islam has over 200 sects, over 200 denominations. But we need to actually understand these things so that the information we have will give us a ground to be able to know how to approach these things. Are we getting it? So hadith, which is Hadeeth, is the writings of the saying of Muhammad concerning matters of faith and practices. Are we getting it? Are we getting it? So we now have Sharia. Of course, you know Sharia very well. You've heard of Sharia law. So that's what we call the code of conduct or the law established in Islam. The code of conduct or the law of Islam. So you must follow. So some countries, even Nigeria, has Sharia law. We have courts that uphold Sharia law. Do you understand? Do we get to that point? By the time we begin to say all of those things, you will be able to know where we are coming from. So there are three major scriptures in Islam. We have the Quran. Of course, I mentioned the Quran before. We have the Hadith. I mentioned the Hadith. And we have Sharia. And Sharia has 4 different sources, which is still Al-Quran, Hadith, Ijma, and Qiyas. Do we get it? Now, I want to quickly go straight because of our time. What? Yes, sir. Can you please get me? I think I dropped the marker there. Let me take it out. You know what we call dominion in Christianity. You've heard the message very, very well, right? That Christians should dominate. In politics, governance, business, which other ones? Media, all of those things, right? Are we together? You understand that mentality, right? That wherever you are, we should be the one dominating. That is the same mandate of um, Islam. And you understand now why. Wait, since LAUTECH is on inception, how many Christian VC? How many? We have one. And that one does not finish his tenure. You remembered. You remembered. That is four. Does it finish his tenure? It does not. In Nigeria, president is who? President is who? He's a Muslim. Vice president is who? Muslim. Senate president is who? The first 5 people in the country are Muslims. In your department, almost everywhere Muslims are. The number one strive is to be the head there. So in NURTW, who is the chairman? Local government chairman. In your local government at home, who is the chairman? Are you there? Who are other positions? Ìpàdé àdúgbò náà máa ń ṣe àbí landlord meeting. Who is the chairman? Ta ló máa ń jẹ́? Do you think it's coincidental? It is what is on ground that you need to follow. So wherever you are, they are telling them you must be the head here. Why? It's because the will of Allah must be followed by everyone, whether they like it or not. That is why jihad comes in. The offensive fight. Wherever you are, pick up race because God will be shaken. Wherever you are, pick up what? Race. God will be shaken. So, they see the religion as the you are liable to death. Let me quickly mention something very fast. And what is that? It's not sitting here. You can able to see the body. Can you see the body for me? Do you remember the verse of the scriptures that was talking? And the scripture says that I will ascend to the throne of heaven. You know, when the Islam was talking, right? You remember? He talks about the northern side. I remember that song that we used to sing. This must die on side of the mortal city of the great king. Right? Islam is a form of worship. What do I call it? So, God worship. We should be able to hear me, right?